Put them on an audio feed.
I almost bought a house on Jane Lane 30 years ago.
Yeah. Lucky you didn't buy one of Brooks.
Yeah.
Why?
It was almost like, at the time, we didn't know what we were looking at. It was like almost like a toy house. Every room was kind of small, and it was like, but there was like a walkway out the back of the house, going the length of the house. So you'd walk all the rooms. You'd walk out onto like a little porch. It was very cool.
Yeah. The first house we looked at here, I didn't even think we looked at it. We drove past. It was Hawthorne, because I like those old.
Oh, they're gorgeous, but they're not. I was told they're not
Yes.
well made.
I was
Okay, thank you.
busy.
Yeah, that
And
yeah, I had somebody tell me that they're really not well made in terms.
Right. yeah. And then there's another thing, but that's
Yeah.
5, very good.
because I didn't know the area. I didn't know that's a cut through. I didn't,
Well, I kept saying, just make sure it's the Blank School District.
Okay, well,
Yeah,
there
I
we
know.
go.
I
Okay, welcome to the, I guess it would be the May 7th meeting, 2024, the Rybrook Zoning Board of Appeals. We have a full complement of the board. With us also this evening is Building and Fire Inspector Steve Hughes, Village Council Bob Zitt, and our trustee representative, David Heiser, has been excused for this evening. Normally he would be here. We have one item on the agenda today. If you are going to make a presentation, please come to the podium, state your name, your address, the nature of the variance, and we'll proceed accordingly from that introduction. Also, we will essentially open each meeting formally with a motion, and then we'll go through the normal process. Allow for any positives and any negatives to the application. Can I have a motion to open the public hearing?
So moved.
Seconded?
Second.
Okay, public hearing is now open. The first item on the agenda, which I just knocked off my screen here. I'll get it right back. Yeah. Okay. All right. Come on. Okay, it's ZBA number 24-007 Maria Sotire, 9 Jean Lane, second floor addition over existing den, garage, and a new rear deck. Okay, please introduce yourself.
Maria Sotire, homeowner, 9 Jean Lane.
Okay. We have the application before us, but normally we would have the person making the presentation tell us what the variance is, the nature of the variance, why you are requesting the variance,
Sure.
and we'll provide any additional backup that will be necessary.
Okay, the variance, it's, from what I understand, it's not the addition part, it's for the deck. And the reason I need a variance is because it's too close to the property line. It cuts into that 30 feet.
Okay, is the entire structure currently within the 30-foot requirement?
I think so,
It's
yes.
just the deck.
Yeah, just the deck. So, yeah, I'm building, if, with the addition I would be building up, it's just the deck that would,
What is the actual size of the deck?
I think it's 10 by 12 or 10 by 15 at the most. I'm sorry, I don't have the plans in front of me.
The plan's represented as 10 by 10.
Oh, then there you go, 10 by 10.
10 by 10?
Yeah,
And the second floor addition has not been built yet. Is
No,
that
sir.
correct?
Right, but it's not part of the variance.
No, I understand that.
Yeah.
I understand.
Now, the decision to build the deck into the variance, what is the reason for the deck, where it's currently located? Because we noticed from the plans, there's a door, sliding doors,
yeah,
right?
just to have access to the deck from that proposed space.
And how did you arrive at a 10 by 10? As opposed to something smaller with less of a impact on the variance? Well, usually, one of our criteria is is this the smallest possible variance that the applicant is asking that can meet the needs of the applicant? So it's an automatic question we normally ask the architect.
Yeah.
What, have you gone through iterations that have resulted in this amount of a variance? Or is this the first shot at it?
This is really the first shot. I thought, when I spoke with Lou, we kind of tossed ideas back and forth. 10 by 10, I didn't think was a tremendous size, and yet large enough to be able to enjoy a small deck off the back of the house.
I have a question, and as my colleague said, I know it's not part of the variance,
Sure.
but I think it does come into the conversation. So if you're going to build a second floor addition and you want the deck, you need a variance, obviously.
Of course.
But if you build a smaller room, you wouldn't even need the variance.
No,
sure.
it's
I'm
not
not
the
sure that-
room,
if-
it's
if
the
that's
deck.
true.
What?
It's for the deck.
It's not the room, it's
No,
the
no,
deck.
but
He's saying if the room was smaller.
Right,
the
I'm
deck could then be
right. Well, that's
smaller.
what, right. I'm trying. I should be asking the question. If the room was smaller, just an if,
Yeah, but
could
I think if you look at the plans, that's not gonna be viable for the house.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
I mean, look at,
yeah,
yeah, I mean,
yes.
yeah, it wouldn't,
Okay.
yeah, so we're talking, you can't do it. The house would look ridiculous if you made
Now,
that room
you
smaller.
currently have a patio, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and oftentimes the deck is built on top of the patio.
So, I mean, it's the house
I
is
noticed that
Right.
it's off to the side now
Yeah,
with
no.
the
Right, I
steps.
didn't know how much
Yeah.
they're building, right?
I just
And it
didn't
could be a
want
30-foot
to
room.
cover that space.
Why?
Aesthetics.
See, that's, to me, in my opinion, 10 by 10 is not overly large.
Yeah,
But the good question that was just raised is, if you put it over the patio, it's quite plausible that either you wouldn't need a variance or you wouldn't need anything that size.
true. Honestly, never having gone through this process before, I'll speak from my heart. I would like it where it's proposed. If I can do that, if you guys, I don't know what I need to convince you, but if I can't, well, then I have to regroup and figure out something else.
If you have a door right now, right, and I'm trying to recall what the site picture was,
Yeah.
the door on the second story that will go out to the deck, is that positioned over the patio now, or is it to the side?
It would be to the side.
So therefore, in order to use the door, you need to have the patio there. Am I interpreting it
Are we
correctly?
talking patio or deck?
I'm sorry, I mean deck.
Yes. According to the plans with where the door is, you need the deck.
Right.
The door is presently there?
No, no,
No,
no,
no,
no,
look at
it
the
is not.
plans.
Proposed.
And
Okay, yes.
The other solution is don't put a door there.
Well, I have a question, a different approach. I'm looking at the site plan, and the house behind you has a fairly large piece of property. Is that what's on the border? Is there bushes? Is it
Oh,
is
we've
open?
got a fence and lots of trees, mature trees that are at least 40 feet high. Yeah.
So currently, if you look out the window of your second floor, can you see that house?
Dappled. It's not a clear view because of the trees.
So, because I'm just looking at the impact, and the deck is all on the back. No one's going to see it from the side view or from the
Correct.
front.
Correct.
How close is the deck to your neighboring property? Because we had the same thing on the Deer Run property, I remember, with the second floor, and we were concerned about the party deck.
If you're looking at the deck, I'm sorry, is the deck on the right side or the left side of the house? If you're
Okay.
looking from the front,
Looking from the front, on the back side, it'll be towards the right side.
okay, so that's kind of close, and the variance is to the back,
To the back, not to the right.
not to the side.
That's correct.
Actually, the distance of where the deck ends would be the closest to the neighbor in the back.
Right, but that,
Yeah,
That
if
would
I can
be-
just interject, now,
Right.
the deck doesn't extend past the addition, the second floor addition, so it's still kind of in the middle,
Correct.
close to the patio. So it doesn't extend all the way to the edge of the the wall, the foundation wall on the right, if you're looking at it from the front, correct?
right?
Yeah.
See, this is why I really wish the architect was here, because what I keep coming back to is we solve this, or probably greatly solve this, by having the deck over the patio.
Understood.
Don't have a door on the on the addition, and I'm gonna, again, I'm presuming it'll look fine, but I don't know. Oh,
I'm
Where'd you get
sorry,
that
I'm
from?
still a little confused.
From there.
Yeah.
So what,
Wait, is the deck up here or down here?
this is the deck. The
Outside.
patio's here, and the deck is here.
That's where they wanna put it, you mean?
Exactly.
And the patio is where, I'm sorry?
There.
It would probably be
Well, we're-
entering
so
out
this
into
is the
this.
deck.
If we're doing the
This is the deck,
alternative, it
it's
would be
not
over
down
here,
here,
right?
it's up here.
Right, which
The
is
patio
right.
go,
So is the deck no bigger than the patio?
I'm sorry?
Smaller, I think.
The deck is smaller than the patio?
Yes, I think it's definitely smaller. It would not extend past the line of the patio.
So if the deck is 10 by 10, then the
Patio's
stairs
here.
are gonna
Yeah.
be 10 feet wide?
No.
No. No. Okay,
They
there'd
wanna
just
put
be
it here,
smaller
we're saying
stairs,
they should put
which
it
is
there.
very hard to see from this
Do
picture.
the stairs extend into that setback area as well as the proposed deck?
Stairs are coming down on the outside, yes.
Right.
Part of, yeah,
But it's
So it's
part
the
of the
deck-
30 feet?
So,
yeah, it's in that 30 feet.
so it's the deck and the
It's
stairs.
the deck and the stairs to grade.
the room that's over the patio. Okay, that's a bedroom there,
Existing now.
right, and when the addition is done, is it still a bedroom?
No, it's gonna be like a workout multi-purpose room.
So, again, I'm jumping back to what I keep coming back to. In theory, you could turn that window in that room into a door
I could.
and I understand not your
Yes,
preference.
Yes, yeah, I
The other
understand.
way around, right? From your door into a window.
No, window into a door.
Oh, we'll turn over here?
We're talking about, Steve, they want the patio here. I'm saying put it here and just, which I think, which is this.
I thought,
That's the existing. This is where we're saying they should put it. This is where they want to put it.
but this is the addition.
Right. So we're saying don't put it on the addition, put it on the existing, which is here.
Block this window on the bottom.
Can I ask you a question? The
From that
addition-
photo-
The addition is gonna be a bedroom?
Partially a bedroom and partially that den area.
So where the sliding glass doors, that's a den?
Yes,
Here.
Right.
This is going to be the addition.
Right.
This is what's existing. So I'm saying put it here, not there.
Steve, how is the entire deck, if there was no deck there, would they have met the 30-foot setback?
Well, if you look at the survey, the back of the house is kind of non-conforming for the 30 feet.
That's what I'm asking you.
It only really got 22 feet from the most furthest part of the house that juts out. So the addition is kind of evening everything off, you know, and putting the deck on. So that's where it comes in where they need the,
Without the deck, what are we dealing with in terms of,
still non-conforming without the deck.
by how much?
Country-
I'm sorry,
Yeah.
because we're talking as if it's 30 feet without the deck, but if it's not 30 feet without the deck, then how much of a,
Without the deck, it would be about 30 feet, it'd be about 29 feet, .6 inches without
Okay.
that deck. So if you went straight back to this, because the deck is 10 by 10, and you got 19 feet from the property line to the deck, so if you added 10 feet and 6 of them.
Wait, is that, oh, that's the back, okay, I just wanna make sure we're talking
Know
about
what
the
I'm
back.
saying?
So it's 29.4.
So if you took the deck off, the addition is still gonna be almost 30 feet.
all right, so the addition, with just the addition, no deck, they're basically good.
That's
Right.
basically good.
All right, so it's not, so,
So I guess,
That's not the
going back
issue
to
then.
Don's question, if the deck is new and is outside the addition, and you have 10 by 10, which I know is not large, is it still usable to you? I mean, what are you using it for if you made it 8 by 8 or something a little bit smaller?
I mean, if that was the case, I could definitely live with a smaller deck. I don't wanna,
I mean, you're not you're not using it for
No, no,
dining
no,
or anything
no.
else.
no,
So you're not grilling, you're not having, and you're not entertaining, it's for,
yeah,
what's
Sorry.
the bottom room below the existing bedroom?
that's
What
my
is it?
home office.
Where that
With the
bay
sliding
window
glass?
is, or whatever.
oh no, that side?
On the existing side
The
with the,
existing side is underneath too. This is
Right.
just the second floor. This exists too. This does exist.
I'm sorry, under the existing bedroom.
That's a combination, it's actually my living room.
So if you had a deck above that, you'd be putting that window into shadows?
Yes.
Yes, you'd be covering that whole, yeah, yeah.
So I think the idea is they want a deck outside this new sliding glass door on the second floor.
Well, again, my point was they don't necessarily have to have a sliding glass door on the second floor.
No, but no,
But they
that's not-
they already have one below it.
Right, so the issue
Yeah.
is, yeah, if you can eliminate the deck, you put a window there and then you're done.
It doesn't, having a deck doesn't make a difference due to the fact that it's doors there, but having a deck here, due to the fact that it's windows on that current existing, would be detrimental.
Yes. I agree.
That's all I'm getting to.
I'm
All
trying to
right.
understand
All right.
how, where the deck, the proposed deck is, to the right, if you built the deck, the patio's here?
Patio you got,
Yeah,
Yeah.
right. So I'm trying to understand how, if you build it over the patio,
Because it's,
that you're not
they want-
encroaching on the setback, but you are where it is. Like if
Patio's not a
Because
structure.
apparently
Patio's impervious.
if
but
I'm
it's not a
looking at the
structure.
picture correctly, I don't think this is wonderfully accurate. It looks like there's an indentation in the shape of the house where the patio goes into.
More like a U.
Yeah,
Oh, I see.
so it's this measurement here, whatever that is, yeah.
Oh, I see, okay.
You don't see it on that
Right,
diagram.
No, you don't see it on this diagram.
Right,
Yeah.
okay.
All right, again, so now,
Yeah.
I'm doing a switch around.
Okay.
Given the fact that it doesn't really suit your need by putting it over where the existing second floor is, because you'd be blocking that bay window.
Sure.
It seems to me the only place to put it is where you're talking about putting it,
Then-
which brings to mind, the only question is the size,
Right.
and,
That's
and
why
to
I
me, 10 by 10 versus 8 by 8, it's almost a non-difference to me. 8 by 8 is getting
Well, I'm
kinda
also
small.
influenced by the fact of how far away, this is towards the back, how far away it is from
Have you spoken to your neighbors?
the rear property.
A few, not the woman to the back of me.
But
I
she
don't
did
know
get
her.
a notice, right?
Everybody did get a notice.
Yeah.
I mailed them out,
Okay.
yeah. But the neighbor right next to me, she has no problem with it.
But again, and the distance to the back, and it's all screened in the back.
Yes.
And are the stairs an option so you can leave the deck and get on? Or do you know if Stephen, is it a requirement, the stairs?
It's not a requirement.
How you gonna-
It's just a,
Access from the back, because I guess it's not a requirement. You know, that they want access to go down to the.
from the bedroom to the,
From that area, yeah.
Yes, it would be
It's
that
also
10.
probably a fire.
Instead of 9.
What'd you say?
No, it's numbered 11 on the diagram, not
Yeah, it is
9.
11.
It's 9. 9 Jean Lane, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's, 11 doesn't mean that's,
Oh, that's not the house number?
no, that's
Oh,
a
okay.
zoning number.
Steve, the width of the stairs is 3 feet, 4 inches,
Yes,
according to the diagram?
right.
Right. So,
It's not very wide for stairs.
no, if you were to,
Well, the stairs have to be the minimum width, they have to be.
Right. what I'm thinking of is if the deck wasn't 10 by 10, it was smaller, the stairs would be closer to the house. They'll still be the same width. I don't see any significant improvement in life by going from, going from 10 to 8.
I don't
what
see
Joel
the,
was
I don't
just
see the
saying.
Yeah,
distinction.
I
That
think,
makes sense.
And I agree, and I would be significantly influenced by how far away it is from the house behind them.
it is a significant mathematical variance.
I mean,
Yes.
It
You
does
know.
look, if they wanted to, they have a little bit of room there to make the stairs wider, but,
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
No, but
It's
I think it's
conventional.
an effort not to
Yeah.
make
Yeah.
it too wide.
yeah,
Right.
no, okay.
It would have helped, this way you could give
Your
a,
architect.
like a parting shot to the architect, to have had pictures of the back of the impact. It would have helped.
Oh, okay.
all right, to have them
That's not your fault, you didn't know.
as part of the application, because a lot of the questions we're asking are positional. And even though we're looking at the plan, it really helps a lot to see what the visual impact will be from a photograph rather than,
Sure.
because the plans are not as dimensional.
Understood, understood.
The only question apparently that the board is having is, and I hate to phrase it because you might say it isn't, is this the smallest possible variance that will meet your needs? And I think you had indicated an 8 foot, but, you know, I don't see the gain of the extra 2 feet of reducing it by 2,
Sure.
you know, and that
And,
way.
and 10 versus 8 is a difference when you're dealing with a deck like that. for sure.
Yeah, and you're not exactly throwing barbecues off the deck,
That's
you
what I
know.
was asking what to use
You
it
know,
for.
yeah.
Not dining it. It's-
But you could put a couple of chairs out there and
Morning coffee.
enjoy, exactly, and enjoy the view from the den, you know, from the den. Okay, are there any other questions of
With the
the
den.
applicant?
Here. Oh, I see.
Glenn, do you have any questions of the applicant? Any
No, I
further?
don't.
Okay, okay, is there anyone in the audience who wants to speak in favor of the application? Please come to the podium and make your case.
Hi, my name is Mike Tambasio. I've been a Rye-Town resident for most of my life. I just recently moved to Greenwich. With the architect, we put a million different things together, and this was the best option for what she was looking to do.
Well, I'm sorry, what's your relation with the project?
I'm just an
Consul-
engineer.
Unpaid consultant,
Oh, okay,
Yes.
okay.
unpaid.
I work with Maria,
Okay.
a double R, home improvement.
Oh, I think you did you or the other one. I never know which one's which did my windows.
We're the better one.
Yeah, okay.
So it really is, it meets her needs. Putting the deck over the patio would shade all the
Right,
downstairs.
right.
It just didn't work.
Okay.
And like you say, 2 feet either way, at least she could put a table, sit out there. She could be more comfortable and enjoy it.
Okay, I'm glad my neighbor next door didn't hear that because he did. With the deck over the patio.
Oh.
But, no, I understand what you said. Is there anyone in the audience who wants to speak against the application? And there being no written pros or cons, can I have a motion to close the public hearing?
So moved.
Second.
Public hearing is closed. Okay, I think we sort of went through the issues. The only question I have of you is, it is a substantial variance, and it is self-created.
Yes,
Uh,
absolutely.
My other question would be to Steve. Brook Lane is very close, and whenever I hear Brook Lane, I think water.
They're further enough away from Brook Lane.
They are,
And I'm up on a hill, yeah, never had any flooding issues whatsoever.
okay, that being,
Side of Lincoln, right? The other side.
Yes, we're closer to Lincoln, yeah.
okay, so there will be no negative environmental impacts, will not affect the character, and the benefit the applicant seeks cannot be achieved through any other method provided that is feasible. Okay, let me read the resolution then. Whereas application has been made to the zoning board by Maria Sotire for a rear yard setback variance in connection with the proposed second floor addition over existing den garage and a new rear deck on property located at 9 Jean Lane in an R10 zoning district on the east side of Jean Lane, approximately 300 feet from the intersection of Sunset Road and Jean Lane, said premises being known and designated on the tax map of the Village of Rybrook as parcel ID 135.65-1-11. Whereas a duly advertised public hearing was held on May 7th, at which time all those wishing to be heard were given such opportunity, whereas the proposed action is a Type 2 action pursuant to the New York State Environmental Quality Review Act, and accordingly no further environmental review is required. Whereas the board, from the application after viewing the premises and neighborhood concerned, and upon considering each of the factors set forth at Section 250-13, Section G, Part B, items 2A through E of the Rybrook Code, finds the required variance will not create an adverse impact to the character of the neighborhood. 2, the benefits the applicants seek cannot be achieved through another method feasible for the applicant to pursue that does not require the variance. 3, the requested variance is substantial. 4, the requested variance will not create any adverse impacts to the physical or environmental conditions of the neighborhood. And 5, the need for the variance is self-created. Okay. Right now, there are no conditions.
I don't see that you need a condition.
Other than boxing and, okay, so we don't bother with that. All right. Okay, now therefore be it resolved, the said application is provisionally granted and the following conditions, there being none. Okay, we'll take the vote. Steve?
Yes.
Glenn?
Yes.
Jamie?
Yes.
Joel?
Yes.
Don, yes. Application approved, 5 yeses, 0 nays. Congratulations. And I guess you'll be doing the work?
She's gonna be doing the work.
No, she's paying for it.
So which double R is it?
We're Rybrook double R.
One at Worcester.
We're not the one that's on Willett Avenue.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
But we are the only Sotire family owned and operated. My father-in-law started the business in 1960, so it was my father-in-law.
One of them, 30 years ago, did my windows. I don't, no recollection.
Probably my father-in-law's
Yeah.
age.
Used to have the softball team.
So why
in
there
the,
were two double Rs?
That was us,
I knew that.
yes.
Family,
Yeah.
they split because it was,
It was a big
Too
fight.
much.
I remember reading about
Oh.
this
yeah,
years
the
ago,
the
yeah.
family was so big
You're
and
on
everybody
record,
was
guys.
working in the family,
We're on the
and so
record.
they decided to try to split. so
Excuse me.
that-
We're on the record.
Oh,
Yep.
I'm sorry.
Okay, the only other item is the approval of the April minutes. I didn't see a problem with them, so motion to accept.
Second.
I abstained
because I
because I
Second
wasn't there.
Okay, good. Abstaining, Steve abstaining, minutes approved. Motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
Okay, meeting is adjourned. Okay, so we are going to be back